come out to say that if care is not taken, that the APC government, this government will still do more havoc to the Igbo'S. Even in Lagos, we see something like that. Do you think that there's an agenda against Biafrans and Igbo as regards this?
There has always been, since 1953 till date, there has always been, and what might have engineered that is left for those who think that Igbo man is the problem. While we know that actually we know who are the problem. The fact is still remain that anybody that is saying this now, for me, it is not acceptable, because even the Yorubas own houses in London, in Canada, in America. This time you're talking about too, own houses in Finland. You have every right to own a property anywhere. There is a law, an international law, that supersedes the national law. International law, universal law, supersedes indigenous law. And in the international law, there's an act, according to the United Nations, that you have every right, international property management, to own any property anywhere in the world, including Lagos State, including anywhere. But the problem is this: there are these deliberate, moves by that has political undertone against the Igbo'S, in trying to bring down what they have labored for over the years in terms of their property and all the rest. But the development, whatever happens in Abuja, where a certain man has been saying that he's going to take it up with Wike, and to an extent, Wike has also responded, But the thing is this: if that particular property falls within government plan, I think the best thing the government is supposed to do is not to show they are after so and so person or so and so group or so and so tribe, is to pay adequate compensation for such property. You understand? Because before such person can be able to buy such property, you would have gone through a certain process which is being or has been approved by the government. He would have obtained some certain documentation empowering him to establish a structure in that location. So in that regard, there should be need for proper compensation in that regard. And if it is being seen to be having a certain undertone, of course, the civil society organizations will take it up. So whether Simon Ekpa is talking this or that, this and that, no. We know that there is need for charity to begin at home. And the Igbo'S have had the cry for development, in their land. Igbo'S, let me tell you, kudos to Igbo'S, honestly, because ever since after the war, there is no federal government. Even before the war, there was no federal government presence in the entire eastern Nigeria to date. So what you see there in terms of development is just purely individual efforts. That's why you are seeing what you are seeing in eastern Nigeria currently. If you have been there during or immediately after the war, you would have discovered that the entire eastern region was leveled by international forces led by Gowon and the rest during the war. But go there today, you'll be amazed at the ingenuity of an Igbo man. So, Igbo man is not a threat to anybody. In Igbo language, they say, Egbe bere, ugo bere. Nkesi be bera. Nkwa But what am I trying to say is that if you see birds, they are flying with all the space in the atmosphere, and one will tell the other one, don't perch there. Okay, if you're saying that I should not perch there, show me where I will perch. That is what Igbo man stand for. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. You say I should not stay here. Okay, this one is not your own now. This one belongs to everybody. Okay, you say I should not stay here. Show me where I will stay. They will still take Igbo man to inside forest. And 3 years later, they will still come back and say, you understand? So that is why the agitation is going on, that Akurulo, the Igbo man should come back home, and develop from that angle. And the Igbo man, because of their nature, they find it very difficult until Biafra comes as a nation. That's why you know that the black man, which Igbo represents, is beyond what the Japanese or the China is talking about.
But some will say that I think it was allegedly reported that Wike, demolished the property just because of, it was like, why we an Igbo man or why we one person have 215 acres of land in that particular location.
The question is that did they break Wike hand from having such property? They do not break anybody's hand now from having such property. You look at it very well. Don't be surprised that some of this property you are talking about were bought when those areas were forests. They don't see the vision the Igbo man is seeing. Igbo man can come to a place. Look at what is happening now in Lagos. Do you know that half of Lagos was bought by Ojuku's father? Including Ikoyi, Apapa. In those days, it was a forest. Nobody were going there. But he bought it. But today, federal government successfully took everything away from him. That does it. So Wike, is just being myopic, with his reasoning. And of course, we know everybody is watching him, and very soon the world is going to unveil Wike. Let us know who is this Wike they are talking about. That's just a fact. So it does not stop there, whether he said, I can one Igbo man acquire all these acres of land. It's not of his business because they did not break his hand. Thank you.
And we've seen Senegal, they've gotten a new president, the 5th president since 1960. The guy is, I think he's also 44 years of age. And do you see in Nigeria, do you think Nigeria can ever have a president that will be below 50 years of age anytime soon?
Of course, what we are looking at, Faye, if you look at Faye, Faye is just nobody. It's just that the youth of that country wanted somebody like him. Faye does not have any political ground, so to say. But the youth look at him as somebody they can trust. Just like what they did to P2B. The Nigerians, especially the youth, look at Obi as somebody who can represent them very well, and they went for him. And Obi is still very young. You understand? So it's possible that 2027 we are going to push Obi, and being a very young man, he's going to get it. It's possible in Nigeria.
And lastly, Peter Obi, do you see him leaving Labour Party with the crisis that's going on in the party? Or do you feel it's bigger than Labour Party?
It's not about Labour Party, it's about the personality of Obi. Wherever Obi goes, that's where we'll go. That's what people are saying. If you like, let him go to Obedient Movement Party of Nigeria. Media will follow him. The party is not the issue. The issue is that the personality. Like for instance now, if you have 5 children, you have the father of those 5 children, and you have another man. The children do not know where you stand. What they say is that that's my dad, they'll follow him. I hope you understand what I'm saying. What Nigerians is want, where is Obi going? That anywhere he goes, not there, any party at all, whether he's going to come up with a new party, anywhere Obi heading to, that's where we are heading to. But it's unfortunate that Labour Party himself did not recognize that the federal government, APC-led government, are trying to infiltrate, and by doing that, they will destroy Labour Party and Obi will remain popular. That's the way to go.